Be blessed. Please be blessed.
You gotta end everything like a passive aggressive auntie. Be blessed.
Be
Right.
blessed. No, you gotta end it like Southern people. Bless your heart. Where
Yeah,
is Dre still in the building?
right.
I don't
Remove
think
Dre
so.
from the stream, Danger.
Did
I am white, but
you
I
just
grew up
banish Dre?
on the. No, I didn't ban him. I just
I think
removed him.
No, banish.
Huh?
I said banish.
Oh, ban Helton. I ain't gonna ban him.
No. Did you
he said
banish Dre?
Spanish.
Yeah, I
Spanish.
banished Dre. We banished him. He's still in the back, but we can't have you gonna get banished in about 5 minutes if your face don't appear.
I'm
But
communicating.
listen, I'm not here to pick on nobody. Put Helton's comment up there so everybody see what Helton say. And with a name like Helton, man, sound
I'll
like
pick
man.
on it.
All right,
I'll pick on
listen.
it.
Y'all want me to read it? I am white.
I see it. We
but
see
grew
it.
up on the border in Hispanic dominant communities. Was passed up for jobs and fired from jobs so they could hire their families. So I do get it.
Yeah, if you don't get your
Bro, you about to make me cuss. Like, you about to make me cuss. Move then.
Wow.
Like y'all tell us to do. Move. Bro, yo content on your Facebook adds no validity to your cry now. Like, bro,
you said something about Hispanic border.
I don't know what he talking about. I'm moving
Hispanic
right along.
borders? You had the nerve to say Hispanic borders?
Hispanic dominant communities.
Hispanic dominant communities. Like, bro, ain't nobody about
More
to
than
let you
once?
cry. Ain't
You've been
nobody
around
letting
more
you
than one though.
listen.
Right there, more
I
than
ain't.
one.
He said he ain't crying. He ain't
Well,
crying.
that's good.
I wonder how my little brother feels when he can't get a job because his name's Jose Olivera.
Ooh.
Oh,
Indigo, how you feel when you can't get a job because your name is Indigo?
Exactly. Well, shoot, I got an
only
issue
see
with
the
people
name.
calling me. I got an issue with being the token black person. So
That's what I was
You
gonna
know.
say. Like, it's so exhausting. Like, we're talking about being like of constantly having to validate our lives. Like, I realized in the middle of grad school, like that's the whole reason I did it because I felt like I had to credentialize myself, and now at
Right.
this point, I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Always
Y'all,
felt like I had to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, smile, pretty, make sure
Be
my
Yeah.
hair was
And
straight
that's why
or
we
braided.
be
Like
and that's why we
agreeable, so
gotta
we're
flip
not
it.
like the angry women of color.
exactly.
That's why
wait a
it's time
minute.
to flip it. We have to
Wait,
flip it. We have
wait a
to
minute,
flip it.
Adam. Here we go. Listen, guys, I'm gonna bring this back up, and I'm gonna give Helton a chance, okay? Because I want Helton to explain his post. It's up there again for y'all all to see. Here we go. Helton, explain it to us. Tell me about it. What does it mean? Put it in the comment section. We all want to hear. This is an open network. Matter of fact, I'll even have my business partner send you a link to come on. If you want to sit on this platform and talk, you're more than welcome to.
so how hell
No,
on
look. That's that's why the right.
here? Mm-mm. You put hell on here, you got to take me off.
Ain't no judgment. All jokes aside, I really want to know what's his.
This meme reminds me of one day I walked into grad school. I got to work early. I was going to class and I went home real quick to mow my lawn. So I went to class in shorts and a
Hold
t-shirt.
on, Cece, stop. Wait, stop. I know I'm gonna give you a proper chance. Danger.
Oh my God, let's stop giving this man time.
Huh?
I have to give him time because if I don't, this is not just Helton that feel this way.
Mm-mm.
This is half of
Gang
this is not just
banging.
Helton that feel this way. Like, yo, I'm giving him time because people need to know, like, this is what we dealing with right now in America. This is, I mean, hell, let's just be honest. This is not, I mean, Helton, he happened to post something I ain't like, so I went and did some research. Danger really researched him. But, like, no. Let me tell y'all, like, I see these posts every day coming through my Facebook stream. And yes, I want to delete them. And yes, I don't want to deal with them.
Maybe this is why Helton can't find a job.
Ooh.
Mm.
Food for thought, Helton. I take that into consideration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
this,
employers look at your Facebook.
They do look at your Facebook.
Yes, they do. I work for a company that does it.
Hmm. So yeah, hell, we try to help you
Ah.
out tonight.
Hey, we done with Helton. Move on. Helton,
Hmm.
Helton, bro, look. I my friend texted me too. Look, I'm not gonna spend time on Helton anymore. But Helton, if you ever want to be educated, about this situation by people that's actually experiencing it every day, you're more than welcome to hit us up here at Black News Tonight, www.blacknewstonight.com. That'll lead you where you need to go. You can email me at blacknewstonight@gmail.com. More than welcome to talk to you because I feel like if I don't talk to you, if I don't if I don't speak to people like you, there's no way we're going to get to a better America because there's still people out here like you that think like that. So moving right along, guys, it has been one of the best shows that I have done. He has it. Black people have. Oh my God! Here we go.
You
hold
still
up,
talking?
hold up, hold
You
up,
still
hold up, hold
talking?
up. So
Riots. All righty. Okay.
Hmm. Okay.
Send him the link. He said he loved to talk. Danger, send him the link in his inbox. I'm gonna give an additional 30 minutes, and it don't even matter if whoever wants to get off, let them get off. We need to hear what Helton got to say. I I I created this platform for things just like this, and if he's willing to come on and talk, let him. Send him
Hmm.
the link, Danger. Helton Thane, the link will be sent in your inbox. Please come into the back room. I will add you to the stream here at Black News Tonight. Please come on.
Y'all have a good night. I
Good,
got a party
good
to
night,
get ready
Cece. I
for.
didn't even expect you to stay as long as you did, girl.
You
Have a
know what?
You guys say thank Cece for coming in the building. Thank Indigo for coming in the building. Thank
of
Charles
course,
Townsend for coming in the building. Thank Jeff Bulls for coming in the building. I appreciate everybody's officially released. This is something that I'm doing by myself. Or if you want to stick around, I would love to have you be on for 30 more minutes. You can go ahead and take a bathroom break if he agrees. So, yeah,
listen, I ain't got time for no more negativity. I'm gonna hand this one to you, Charles,
thank
cause
you.
he don't want none tonight.
It was a pleasure talking with y'all. Have a good one.
Yes, take it
Y'all
I
easy,
too.
appreciate
y'all.
y'all, man.
All
I
right,
appreciate
y'all.
y'all.
Thank you. Who else is getting off?
Same here.
You getting off?
Yep. See
Bulls
ya.
getting off?
Bye.
It's just me. It's just me, y'all. Waiting on Helton. Waiting on Helton. Where Danger at? Stacy said, I'm staying. I'm here for you, Charles. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate it. It's 15 of y'all viewing. And I feel like it needs to be said. I think I've lost internet. Yeah, it's down. This one is his profile. Okay, so Helton, are you still there? Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me get Helton the stream. I'm sending you the link right now, Helton. I'm here. So, why your hair slaying like that? I love you. I love you. What are you doing? I'm waiting for ain't got the link yet. Helton, here I come. I think my business partner lost internet. So hold on. I'm bringing it back to you right now. Hey, thank y'all for saying my hair slander. I appreciate it. Hey yo, let me copy this link. Helton, I'm sending you the link right now. Trust me. Now you're gonna have to find this link because it's coming personally from me, and Facebook does not give us the opportunity to. You gotta go look in your private messages, Helton. I just sent it to you. Come on in the back room. We're gonna get you together. All right. Waiting on Helton Thane. Helton Thane is willing to come through and talk and be honest and be open. Link me as well. Trey Smith want to be linked. Trey, you want to be linked? Yeah, I'll bring you right on. Best live yet. How about a karaoke show? Trey want to be linked. Trey Smith, I'm going to send you a link, bro. This is definitely not something we do without planning, but look, why not? If we sent Trey Smith, you have been linked, sir. I think Dre is still here, too. He just putting his child down. All right, Helton. Helton, I sent it to you. You got to check in your private chat. I'm not your friend on Facebook. So you got to check in your private chat because it's in the private. So I'm putting some J's in right now to try to see if you'll get a notification. But I'm not your friend on Facebook. So, you got to check in your private chat. It's the chat. What do they call that chat? People that, you know what? Here, I'm going to add you right now. I mean, just so you can get the message. There you go. You're at it. Now you should be able to find my messages once you accept. I repeat, we are not Facebook friends. Yes, I did get the link. Come on in the backstage. I can't stand you, Ray Amanda. All right, Trey Smith is here.
We in the building, baby.
We in the building. Welcome to Black News Tonight, Trey Smith. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I appreciate you having me, man.
Oh, I'm so happy you're here. I don't know you from Adam, but you're here. I'm so excited.
Hey, we both from Saginaw. I know some of the same people, but it's all love. I had to hop on and support, but
hey, man.
I've been very intrigued by Hilton in his comments, and I've always wanted to pick the mind of someone who thought the way that he thinks. So I'm very interested to see if he joins the conversation because, like I said, no judgment, no nothing. I just honestly want to know, what is your process of thinking when something happens like that?
Right. I want to know too. That's why. And you know what? It's so funny, brother. Let me tell you something. My business partner lost. My business partner lost internet, so he's not on with us right now. But this platform, when we created it, it was all about being all inclusive. Like, and Danger is he's a white American, European American, as we call it. And sometimes I look at him, I say, Danger, look, I ain't got nobody of your complexion tonight. I need you to come on camera because I want to make sure when I look at the picture that everybody's represented. Yep. And I know people get confused about this. Well, why did you name it Black News Tonight? I'm like, well, because it's a late night show, so I want it to be Black News Tonight. Right. Helton is in the building, so I'm going to add, listen, I'm waiting for him to add his camera, and then I'll add him to the stream. Guys, do me a favor. To the 13 of you who are here, please share this video. I'm going to have Danger. Just kidding. I'm going to have Danger. Well, I can't have Danger do nothing. You bringing your face on, Helton, or no?
Yeah, let me turn on a light real quick. Is that better?
That's good.
That's perfect.
I'm gonna give you some solo view, sir. Tell us speak your piece, brother.
I ain't got no problem with the protest. I just got a problem with all the rioting and just tearing everything up and burning down all the communities. That's the issue that I have, honestly.
Okay.
I completely support why people are pissed off, and I get that, and I'm with that. But you're burning down something that you're pissed off at cops and government but you're taking it out on your neighbors, and that's a problem, you know, because I mean, and I've seen a lot of posts of black business owners. Why are you burning down my business? I've worked 50 years to get it, and I'm paraphrasing, but it was from one of the videos that I'd seen. He said I've worked like 30 or 50 years to get out of the hood, and I finally made it, and y'all just burnt down everything I worked for. And everybody's like, well, you got insurance. Insurance only covers so much.
That's definitely understandable. That's an understandable point.
So, I mean, that's what I disagree with. I disagree with the gang banging. I disagree with the violence. Peaceful protesting and 100% peaceful, I'm all about that. 100%. Protest your ass off. But just quit beating up on everything. You know, be mad at the government. I don't like the government. I don't like a lot of the things that the cops do. I've ran into a lot of corrupt cops over my time. So I get the corruption. I'm with that. Yeah, there's a lot of crooked sons of bitches out there. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be cussing so much. I apologize.
You fine, be you.
You know, but there's a lot of crooked people out there. You know, so I'm with you on that. But I get lost on the rioting and the burning down of the businesses and just beating on people just because they're there, whether they disagree or agree with you. I would much rather sit down and have a civil conversation and figure out an actual solution to it than beat each other's brains out. I've raised my daughter. Don't judge someone based on the color of their skin, and I do preach that to my daughter. And a couple of years ago, she was on the school bus, and you know, I live in a predominantly white area now. But there's a black girl on the school bus, and the kids were sitting there poking at that little black girl, calling her a nappy head and all that. You know, my daughter stood up to every one of them. She said, y'all leave her alone. She ain't never done nothing to y'all. And went down and sat next to her. And that's what I believe needs to happen. We need to have those conversations with our kids, because it's only going to end with our kids. It can start with us, but it's got to end with our kids. We have to teach our kids, be a good dad. And I'm not with my daughter's mom, but I don't have no child support either. I've told her I'll pay my fair share, but I don't want a judge or a lawyer telling me when and where and how to be a dad. Just let me be a dad. And it took a lot of years for me to fight for that. And I'm proud to be a dad. But we've also got to raise our kids. Okay, you screwed up. You got the wrong one pregnant. Love your kids. And trust me, that woman was miserable. And I never once thought I would ever understand why someone would walk away from their kids. I get it now. I stuck with it, but I do understand why someone would walk away from their kids as a man, because they make your life a living hell over them kids. And they hold those kids over your head. And I get that too. We just got to find a way to pass it down to our kids to be stronger.
And that's an understandable point. Go ahead, Charles. I'll let you go ahead.
I know you is. I know you is. Listen, I just want to ask you about one thing, sir, because I understand what you're saying. You seem like a pretty reasonable guy. However, the problem that I have with you is not anything that you commented in the thing. You know, I didn't like your comment that you said, because it's basically saying that, you know, peace, we need to be peaceful. But I do want you to understand that for me as a black man in America, when extreme rightists come away talking about buildings and being angry about buildings and not being angry about the fact that the building was burned because an American life was lost, it shows us what place we have in this country. For instance, all lives matter. One thing that we can debunk right now.
Okay.
If in September 11th, right, when those towers went down, if the rest of the buildings around the towers looked at everybody else and said, all buildings matter, would that make any sense? It wouldn't make sense, because the buildings that were on fire were the World Trade Centers. The building that is on fire is the Black African American right now. We're telling you that we're on fire. We're burning. You see us getting shot and killed by police officers. I'm not saying all police officers are bad. I feel like police officers, I have so many, and I don't want to say this. I err on the side of caution to say this because I hate when white people say they have black friends. But however, I do have officers of law that are my friend, and I call them friends. So,
Right.
but when you talk about rioting, and you talk about it so loosely, but then you go and you say that you live your life on principles that are conducive, to raising your child and making sure that she looks at everybody the same and making sure she helps when people are bullying. I think those are all great things. Here's my problem. This is what I have a problem with you. Your Facebook content is considered racist. There's no way to get around it. I'm pretty sure Trey doesn't feel comfortable with this post that you posted on Facebook. I don't, and none of the cast did. And the reason why I posted it was because I wanted to add validity to your comment, right? I wanted to see if you had validity for your comment. So when you woke up in the morning and you posted this, why did you post it?
My whole reason behind that is to me, when I see that, that's the gang banging side of the black community that brings the black community down.
Okay, but when you post that, sir, you only post when you post something that doesn't say gangbanger. It doesn't say anything about a gangbanger. It just says white man doesn't hold you down. Your actions and appearance do, though. So
Hilton, look at the first 3 words that are in there.
Yeah,
I just want you to look at the first 3 words.
Go ahead.
And it's creating a platform for your Facebook friends to see and make it feel like it's okay when ultimately it's not. And like I said, I'm not mad. I'm not angry. It is what it is. I appreciate you even coming on here to have this talk and have this dialogue with us. Like I told Charles, this is something that I've wanted to pick the brain of somebody about for a while. But when you do put the first 3 words in that and you take a look at that and you see that that's not something that's contradicting to what you're saying here at this current time. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you may feel a certain type of way, and let's and even if let's talk about the riots. It's not just black people that's rioting, bro.
No,
if
it's
you
not.
take a look at the film. It's not just our people, but you have to understand why our people are rioting. And this is not something that's happening once. It's not something that happens twice. It's something that continues to happen with no solution. It's something that continues to happen. And yes, they give you arrest, but they give you no charges. This is something that we continue to deal with. It's not like it's just something that's happening once or twice. No, this is continuing to happen.
And here's the messed up part about it all is most of the black people, I would most likely say probably 80 to 90% of the black people that are out there doing the protesting aren't even doing all the tearing up of things.
I agree.
And unfortunately, because it was started with Black Lives Matter movement, and now it's being piggybacked by all these Antifa little pricks, it's taken away from what the original movement was for.
I agree with you, but I disagree with you at the same time. Because I seen it in an instance to where it took the burning down of a precinct building to get a arrest of an officer. If they never burned that building down, who's to say that officer gets arrested? And I know that sounds bad, but it's the honest truth. That's just
I can see where you're coming from.
It's the truth of what we're dealing with. And like I said, I don't have a problem with you at all. I don't see color. I see hearts, bro. And,
right.
And like I said, I'm raising a son. I have a 1-year-old that I'm raising, and I struggle with situations like this because when is the change going to come? This is something that we've been fighting for a long time. When is the change truly going to come? But when it hurts to see a post like that. I mean, I'm just being completely honest with you.
I can see your point of view on how that post would be hurtful. I can see your point of view on that. And the only point of view the way I looked at that post when I saw the post originally was when I saw that I didn't see a black man. I saw a gangbanging thug that was doing, and that was just my point of view. I didn't see that as a black man. I just saw that someone that was.
So why didn't you post a thug white with his pants sagging then? Because if you didn't see it as a black man, the first lines of it is the white man can't hold you down. Let's just be honest. We're just holding you accountable to what
Yeah,
you
no,
posted.
you're fine. You're asking me a legitimate question. I didn't see a post of a white man with his pants sagging down. I don't even know how to make a meme. That's something that I had seen scrolling through, and I shared it out, and I was just like, yeah, I could see that point of view of that statement.
Every black person that you see that sags is not a thug.
This is true.
I just want to make that
No,
clear.
no, you're 100% correct.
I honestly just want to make that clear. Like every black person.
No, you're clear on that, and I understand that. I mean, I'm stupid, but that's because I'm a man. But that, not everybody that sags their pants is a thug, and I get that. It's part of culture. It's part of the way you dress. I wear cinch jeans just because that's the way the culture I work in, my atmosphere. You know, clothing is a sense of style. It's part of your atmosphere that you're raised in. I get that. My point was simply, my point of view was the thug side of it. Not everybody's a thug, and I get that. I viewed that as a thug, not the whole race or community as a thug. If that makes any sense.
It doesn't. But I mean, I'll give you that because, like, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Because I feel like this is the first time, and I'm so happy that you came in and you were willing to do this, because I feel like this is the first step to changing America.
It is.
Having conversations like that where you find out that something offends somebody. Now look, I want to be your friend on Facebook. You know why I want to be your friend on Facebook? Because I want to hold you to your word. When you look at a meme like that and you share it, you might have shared it basely. You might have shared it because the people on your page it don't affect as much as it affect us, right? Here's the problem. When you came to Black News Tonight, I was able to see that. And when I seen that, the first thing I thought when I looked at your post is this: we got one. Yes, sir, we got one. Yes, sir, we got one. Because your Facebook page, that's the only post I shared, bro. When I say that every meme that you shared on your page that I have seen is racist. And categorizing all protesters as rioters and posting things about like the bull, let the bull out and stuff like that, brother, it just doesn't, it's not conducive to change. Those things are not conducive to change. They don't change America. They hinder the process. They hinder the American life. They hinder where we're going. They hinder they keep us complacent. They keep us desensitized. See, if I tell you that something is racist because I'm the black man in the most sophisticated point to tell you about racism, I'm sorry, we are telling you it's racist. That simple as that. You should be willing to try to do something different. And if you are, that's what makes me know you're a good person, right? See, a fair weather friend is someone that just moves with the flakes and the moves of the wind, right? If I can get somebody that's willing to grow up and be a branch and be a tree and help us root the evil out of this nation, I'm willing to call you back on the show every time. That don't mean you got to vote for who I vote for. That doesn't mean you got to be right with me on everything. That just means that you understand that my life has value. Absolutely. My life matters just as much as yours does. Absolutely. That means that you won't post a meme that generalizes all black people as thugs, because that's what your post does.
I can see your point of view. Did you just quote Medea?
I did quote Medea. Now see, you know where I got that. You grow up and be a tree. And he knew that from the play. That's from the
one
play,
of my
boy.
favorites. That's one of my favorites right there. Honest to God, that is one of my favorite quotes.
I need you to love black culture. I need you to love black people just as much as you love black culture. I think that's the big gap that we have. As long as the stadiums are full, as long as the music is still rolling, y'all are okay with it. It's when we say we want a seat at the table of power, a seat at the table of change, that's when we start having issues. I need you to love black culture, but I need you to love black culture and love black people just as much as the same. Because much of the DEA is definitely a black grandmother. She's definitely a white grandmother from the South. I need you to, just as much as you willing to watch us play basketball, just as much as you willing to watch us sing, we want a seat at the same table. That's what we're not saying. Look, Trey, can I speak for you?
Go ahead, brother. Absolutely.
We're not saying we don't want to be in America.
Absolutely.
We're not saying we don't want to stand for the national anthem. We're definitely not saying that this place is not home. This is our home. Matter of fact, what we're trying to tell y'all is that this is a home that we should have never been cut out of the table. Helton, I certainly appreciate you tonight. I want change. I want a new America. And when I talk about a greater America, I'm not talking about make America great again, because to be honest with you and to keep it frank, I can't find another word. America has never been great for all people.
Never.
There is not an era that you can find that it was great for all people. So when your whole campaign is make America great again, I have to think, well, which America is it?
You know, if you don't mind,
I want you to
take a
talk,
stab at
please.
it. To me, the Make America Great Again slogan just simply says, let's go back to family. Let's go back to having financial stability. Now, when you go back that far, most people would, I would assume, would envision the 50s and 60s and 40s when true racism and the KKK and all that was really strong. I would like to go back to that era, but bring black people back to where they are now, and also catapult them a little bit, not a little bit, but, you know, bring them back to equality.
Equity, not equality, equity. Because there's a difference between equality and equity.
Explain the difference, please.
The difference is we can say that everybody is equal, but if for 400 years we play Monopoly and every time we got the chance to own something, you burn it down. Every time we got the chance to have something, you take it from us. When you pass a bill in 1994 and 1993, that's a mass incarceration bill that literally incarcerates so many black Americans, so many black people. Let me tell you something about the statistics. Let me tell you some stats.
Drop the drugs in our community.
Yeah.
It's a shit show, man.
When there's a difference between crack, cocaine, and cocaine, the powder, with how you charge the criminals, okay? When you do that, what you do is you don't create a better America. You disenfranchise part of America so that the America that's always been in charge can be on top. So I'm just bringing it back to the topic because I want to make sure before you leave, and I have a very, 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 let me say this, I'm not yelling at you. I talk with passion, and that's how it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
When we talk about a greater America, we got to talk about the fact that we paid Native Americans because we stole their land, okay?
True story.
But we never paid the blacks that worked the land after we stole the land from the Native Americans because they're not human enough to be paid. So now you want equality. We can't deal with equality when systemic oppression and systemic racism has been infected in our housing laws, has been affected in our financial laws. Do you know that people don't even look at an application twice when they realize that it is an Afrocentric name? These
That's
are
bullshit.
but it's facts.
It's reality.
No,
But it's
what I'm
reality.
saying is it's bullshit that it happens.
No.
It shouldn't be happening at all. You shouldn't be judging somebody by their name. You know, if they got the money, roll with it. You know, they work their ass off. They should be treated like everybody else gets treated, and that's my point. And so, what is it? And I'll ask you. I know it's your show, but I'd like for you to answer a question. What is it that is keeping this rolling? Do you believe that it is a Republican Party, a Democratic Party, an in-between party, or an ideology? What is it, in your opinion, that keeps driving this forward instead of letting? Go ahead.
Is that for Trey?
I think it's the. So I can answer that question in several ways, but for me, it's the lack of accountability. We want some accountability. That's at least for me. I want some accountability for the actions that's been portrayed towards us and our people.
But on who's the accountability going to go towards? You got to have a direction to go with that accountability.
I'm sorry. Let me say this. Accountability is a great word. However, when you talk about how we change America, and my brother said accountability, it's not a party situation.
Not at all. It's deeper than that.
Democrats were racist. Were the most racist party before, right? They switched sides to Republicans. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you talk about
what if I could convince you that switch never happened?
You can't convince me because it's in the history books.
Positive, 100%.
100%.
100%. I'll tell you what. Look up. Have you heard of Dinesh D'Souza? No? All right. No. Look him up. He actually did a documentary about the Republican Democratic switch, and he can prove that the switch never happened. What the switch that did it, there was a switch, but it wasn't a party affiliation switch. It was a regional switch. The Republicans were in the north originally, okay? And the Democrats were down in the south. And they were referred to as Dixiecrats, if I remember correctly. And I'd like you to look it up. Just look his video up. It's freaking, this guy digs deep.
Danger, grab the video, please. Tell him where to go and find the video. What's his name? Spell it for him.
Dinesh, Dinish, I believe is his first name. Last name D'Souza, Desouza, I think.
Okay.
That should get him pretty close. It's like an hour and a half video or something. I mean, it's a full-blown documentary. Amazing. And so the way, and he's actually originally from India, I believe, and moved to America, became a United States citizen and all that, and dug into it. And I'm sidetracking, sorry. So basically what ended up happening after the Civil War, they had the Industrial Revolution that occurred. So everything was already established up in the north. So the Republicans moved from the north to the south. And then the Democrats went north to where everything was already established. And that was the only switch that really occurred, according to his documentary.
Okay.
I won't speak on it until I watch it, though. So I mean,
go ahead and watch it. I mean,
it
was amazing. It blew my mind because I had always heard that story of the Republican and Democrat switch, and I'm like, what the heck? That's kind of messed up. And he made this video.
Okay, hold on.
Ago.
Just to keep you on topic, though, I just want to
go
make
ahead.
sure.
I'm sorry.
Because, no, you're fine. First of all, I appreciate you being here, and I want to make sure I keep saying that. But
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to have the conversation with you. I really enjoy having conversations with people from other states. I'm a truck driver. I run border to border, coast to coast. My favorite thing about my job is getting to meet people from other places that I don't live, and just being able to have good conversations and the food.
Okay, but and hey, we got good food. Like I said, love. This is this is.
Where y'all
here's
from?
Michigan.
Saginaw,
Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan. All right, right on. I live
Trey,
out
you
in
from the
Oklahoma.
Sag?
Of course, bro. Come on now.
I ain't met you. What?
Come on, man.
Have I
Saginaw,
met you?
Michigan. Born and raised, baby. I've
You
been
30?
going about 10 years though.
You 30?
I'm 29, 28.
You went to Bridgeport?
In middle school.
You sure did go to Bridgeport in middle school. We went to school together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at there.
What was your nickname? Because it wasn't Trey. Well,
I can't tell you that on camera. I'll tell you off
okay,
camera.
well, you can tell me in my inbox after we listen. Helton,
Go ahead.
I didn't know I knew this man. So look,
No, you're good, man. That's awesome.
here's the thing. I'm hungry. I'm starving right now, and I'm tired. We've been on this thing for 2 hours and 37 minutes to be exact. But Helton, I gotta ask you a question. Do you feel, I don't care how the switch happened, I don't care what it is, do you feel that the Republican Party today, because it's not really about politics. This is a heart check. And who you vote, like literally we've had people of all walks on this platform tonight. And let me tell you something, that one of our people that was on the show, he refuses to vote for anyone because he don't feel like either party represents him.
Right.
I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, okay? What I am going to tell you is that if you don't see that the Republican Party is racist today, then something is wrong.
Repeat that one more time.
Do you think that the Republican Party is racist today? 2020.
The whole
No.
party?
The administration, however you want to feel, you want to call it the Republican National Convention, that's fine too.
No, I was trying to get more specific. Are you referring to the whole party of Republicans, or are you referring to a specific clique?
The whole party in general.
Thank you.
The whole party in general? In my experience, and I'm a white guy, so I mean, I'm going to hear it. I do run into some people that are racist, yes. As a whole, I will not say that every Republican out there is racist, because they're not.
And neither will I. I'm talking about
There
the
are, I
organization.
believe there are. I believe that there are select few, and that goes back to my comment when I was in your comment feed instead of on here. I did grow up on the border. I did grow up in a Hispanic community, and I myself did experience racism in that community because whites were the minority. You know, I understand it doesn't compare to the generations of black racism that y'all have experienced, and I can't comprehend that part of it. But I can understand or empathize with what it's like to be turned down for a job based on skin color, or based on you're not part of the family. You know, I do get that. I don't understand it. I don't understand the 200 years of it, but I can understand the experience of it, and it's not as harsh. You know, but either way, it's wrong.
Let me ask you a question. I gotta nail you in, okay? Let me ask you a question. When you leave your house, when you get in your car, do you have a plan in place just in case you get stopped by the police?
Yeah.
So you do. What is that
do.
plan?
Keep my hands on my damn steering wheel and don't move.
Okay. All right.
That's it. That is it.
Why do you have that plan?
Because I don't want to get shot. I know if I make a move, I know for a fact, if I make a move in the wrong way, I'm going to end up shot. I know that.
I would have to
And
totally
it's not,
disagree with
and
you.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that based on skin color. That's just there's.
Do you feel like a
It's a
police
cop.
should be able to judge and jury you on the scene?
That's a loaded question, but
That's not a loaded question. It's a very
no,
simple
it
yes
is.
or no question.
Oh,
It's
Simple
not.
question.
It's not. It's a
No,
simple
I
question.
say I.
No.
I say it's
I
a
want a
loaded
yes.
question
No,
because
sir. I want a yes or no question.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
get-
think? No, I want that first. Do you think that the police officers have the right to judge and jury you on the scene at a traffic stop? It's a very simple question. It's a yes or no question. It's not any. And if you can't answer that, I don't
I'll
want
answer
any
it.
other answer.
I'll answer it. I'm just saying it's a loaded question because
Nothing
of my
about it is-
experience. Because of my experience with the cops, yes, I agree. They should not have that ability.
Bro, I'm sorry.
They shouldn't have that ability to sit
I
there and be your judge, jury, and executioner. And that's what I'm saying.
But why do you feel like that question was loaded, though?
Because of my personal experience with the police also. I've been pulled over by corrupt cops.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to deal with that shit. I was judge, jury, and all that in Alabama.
Okay.
Right there on the side of the road.
And I can understand why Alabama would be a place that would happen. I really agree with you
Oh,
there.
no, that was a bunch of white cops. Don't. There was white cops. They're a bunch of shitty people.
No, they could be white. No. I'm saying they probably are white cops, but Alabama is ran way different than a lot of more progressive states. But the point is, I asked you a question that you said was loaded, and I don't feel like it was loaded. So I'm going to ask you now, why do you feel like it's a loaded question?
Because, and the reason why I say that is because I feel I have a bias based on my experience in Alabama with those police officers.
Go into further detail, please.
The traffic stop, they pulled me over. I had my fiance with me, and you know, I traveled. At that point in time, I traveled all over the country doing a different job, not truck driving. They found a gun, and immediately
I'm gonna
flip
stop you
shit on
right
me.
there. I'm gonna stop
Go
you
ahead.
right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. You still alive, right?
The gun was nowhere near me, but yes, I am.
And that's
And
Hold
that
on.
is also
Wait, bro. See, that's this. Hold on. I'm gonna stop you and you. It don't matter if the gun was nowhere near you. If there is a gun in a black man's car when the police pulls him over,
nothing else to talk about.
there's nothing else to talk about.
Nothing
else to talk
We just watched a man get shot in the back 7 times for reaching for his car, and you still yet on my live stream. You still yet miracle and healed.
You're right. You're right.
I'm just saying. So I'm gonna ask.
You're right.
No.
My hand, and that's why I've always had that rule. My hands don't
I'm
leave
gonna
my
mute your mic
steering
if you
wheel
don't be
ever.
quiet. I'm gonna mute your mic if you don't be quiet, because I'm coming back and I'm gonna ask you this question again, and I'm gonna make sure you answer this and say that it's not loaded. If you can't do that, then I mean,
go ahead.
do you think? Boom. Never mind. Never mind. Do you think that a police officer has the right to be your judge and your jury? Yes or no?
I told you no, I don't. I said yes, I agree. They do not have that. They shouldn't have that right.
But then when you said they found a gun on you and you made it, right? You said they found a gun on you and you made it, but the gun was nowhere near you.
No, it was not. My hands were on my steering wheel the whole time.
But what I'm telling you is, man, is that I don't even want to have a concealed weapon carrier license, because if I have that, the police has the opportunity to search that out before he sits in front of me and before he arrests me. Like, he can see that on my license plate. He can see that when he takes my driver's license. Then I have to tell him. And then it puts me in a situation where I'm like, God, I don't want him to be my judge and my jury, but I want this piece of steel just in case he becomes my judge and my jury. So
I agree with you.
Talk about it, brother.
But then you think about having the piece of steel makes me more susceptible to die.
Talk about
I
it,
agree
brother.
with you.
Do you
And
feel
Charles,
like that
and-
you are
and
no?
let's talk
Do you
about
feel
we
like
got
you are
family
more
to protect.
susceptible to die because by being pulled over by police than me or Trey?
I honestly feel that I have just as much ability to
Bro,
die. Yes.
bro, good night, bro.
No,
Good night, bro. Good night, bro. Good night. You're done. Good night. You're done. Good night. I'm sorry.
That's a fact, though.
And
I feel you, bro. I feel
and
you,
I
real
love
talk.
you, Helton, and you're more than welcome to come on another day. But I want you to just think about what you said and look at these facts. Good night. You're done. Like, I'm going to bed. Trey, thank you for being here. We're all going to bed. Danger, put them facts up back again. I need them facts on the thing, because black people are most likely to be killed by the police. Okay?
3 times more likely. 3 times more likely.
Thank you. A white man that's got some common sense. Oh my
3
God.
times more likely. I'm
like
Hungarian.
this, hey,
I don't even count as white.
Before we get off, let's go over some of these stats, yo. It's just so the people that can hear it can truly understand. And I hope Helton's still on here, because I hope he needs to be educated on what you actually research, Danger. And I appreciate you doing that. Real talk.
Danger, read the stats to us, please, because they're on your computer screen. I can't really see them.
Me neither.
Black people are most likely to be killed by police. I mean, that is the headline. They are 3 times more likely to be killed by cops than white people. Boom. Boom. Big bar, little bar. It's right there.
Elena, you want to come on? Are you? Oh, to the facts. I thought she wanted to come on the show. Listen, guys, Helton, first of all, I appreciate...
It's mappingpoliceviolence.org.
Wow.
Look at this. This is ridiculous. Look, this is police violence in 2019.
Listen,
Yo, what
guys,
does that say at the top? Police have killed how many people in 2020?
751.
Guys, I don't want to I don't want Helton to feel like I'm coming directly at him, because I'm not. But listen, I gotta make sure that when we're doing this, there's certain questions that I'm going to ask people. Yo, Danger, do you feel like it's more likely for you to be killed by the police or me and Trey?
I think I'll be okay, and I think that you guys, if you reached for your license in the glove compartment, would be shot to death by the cops. And I also think that that's crap. I have a criminal justice degree. I went to school for this. And this, I will not be a police officer. Won't do it. I won't. I'm more educated than all of them.
So don't say we racist here at Black News Tonight. Just so y'all know, this is my business partner. Danger works for Black News Tonight. So do I. We ain't making no money yet, but we coming for y'all. Look, Trey, there's certain questions you ain't got to keep talking to somebody. There's no reason
to that word I used earlier, accountability.
Accountability. There's no reason to keep talking to my friend if he doesn't believe that. Sir, that's they call that nepotism, but I'm gonna let
Flattery gets you everywhere.
We're 3 hours into this stream. Danger, give us. Listen, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. My God, that was a harsh.
That's awful.
I hope they got the movie shot. Like, I know that sounds terrible, but like Wakanda was something big for black people around America.
Huge, bro.
Huge. You know,
if they did that thing for Paul Walker and put him in that damn movie and don't do it for both, I would be so mad. I
need to lose some weight. I want to be the next Chadwick Boseman. Let me put on the T'Challa outfit, please. Let me be his daddy or something in the next movie. Rest in peace, my brother. Resonating in power. You did something for a lot, and a lot of you don't know what it means for a black person, for Wakanda. Like Wakanda, you know, a lot of people say they say, well, you know, Wakanda's not a real place. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying. I said, but you know, the Wakanda in America wasn't real either for us. You know. So when we talk about T'Challa, like my son has a Black Panther action figure, I think they call them for boys, but not. I was gonna say doll, but you know, action figure. You know, got to be politically correct. But he has one, and he says, "Where T'Challa at? Where T'Challa at?" But when I watched this movie, I watched it 3 times in 3 different theaters, and I cried every time because you have no idea what it feels like to be disenfranchised from your mainland.
At all.
You have no idea what it feels like to have to contact Ancestry.com to find out who you actually are,
Where you're
what
from.
tribe you actually came from, know what blood you actually have, and then have someone in America want to slap a label on you like African American. That's the issue that we're having, is that the same racist rhetoric that they use to separate Hispanic children from their families at the border, and they didn't write down whose kids they were and where they came from. And as we all watched, as these children are in cages, that's the same stuff that happened when we came over in ships, where we couldn't fight for our own lives. So don't slap a narrative on me anymore. Don't tell me how to feel. Don't tell me what's greater and what's going to help. Because you protest my protest for racial injustice. You want change, but it seems like you want hate. Don't fight me on how I need to feel. Don't tell me what I need to do. Please stop telling us what to share, who to vote for.
Talk about it, brother.
You tell us how we offer equity to all of us. Equality is over. It's 400 years.
We'll never be equal.
What was it, $170,000 we were talking about equity to a proportional? It was ridiculous.
To the white family in America, the black family is $170,000 some odd dollars away. Don't slap any more narratives on us. Stop calling us lazy. Because what do you do after Reconstruction when you free a human race that didn't even speak the same language when they got here? You free them into a society that was built by them. You don't give them jobs. You don't let them vote. And if you can't tell me that watching the RNC and watching 100 years of suffrage talking about Betsy, get name danger. What's her name? Name. Susan B. Anthony, right? You're pardoning her because she voted without reason, right? When you sit up on a big platform like that and you don't realize that my mother is the first person in her lineage to be born with the right to vote. Bro, there ain't nothing else to say. There's nothing else to do, but you need to listen. You need to have a heart check. You need to find out why we feel this way. You need to stop. You literally got to stop putting our pain aside. There's no excuse why that boy was killed, why that boy was shot in his back. There's no excuse why George Floyd was killed. There's no record that you can bring up and give me. See, one of the biggest issues we have is we never did anything with George Zimmerman. He should have been an example. I'm sorry, but you got to be honest. America's lucky black people are only seeking for equity and equality. You're lucky that we're not seeking for revenge. You think things are burning now.
Talk about it, bro.
That's the truth, and ain't no chaser for that. Take that shot. You need that shot. You need to know what it feels like every day to wake up and be black and there be a problem.
And Danger, before we get off here, if you don't mind, could you pull up a clip of Mr. Blake's father today on CNN? It happened.
Please.
It took place this morning. I just think that people need to see that before we get off of here and see if the emotion that his father truly had. And I won't spoil it and say what Mr. Blake asked him and what his father responded, but it touched me for sure, even seeing that clip. And I honestly feel like, Charles, if these people don't understand now, they'll never understand. It's sad to say it that way, but I don't feel like they'll never truly understand.
Listen, Helton, I want to read this to you guys because I'm not mad at Hilton. I'm mad at the whole situation. I did enjoy the conversation. Look forward to more. I'm sorry you disagree with me with how I feel about being pulled over. But remember, you asked how I feel. When I get pulled over, I gave you my honest answer. I do feel fear of police. I am not comfortable when I'm pulled over in any way. Heart beats uncontrollably. Body sweats. Hope I get to roll out and go home. I hope I don't move too suddenly or say the wrong thing. You asked about my personal feelings and lost your shit when I told you my personal truth. And of course, didn't care how my Alabama experience ended. You just see that I'm alive today. Helton, no. Let me be honest with you. I asked you one simple question, and the question was, and this is why you got off the stream, and this is why you got disconnected. I want you to come back, Helton, but I asked you a question, and I said to you, I said, do you feel like that you are more likely to be killed over me and Trey? That's what I asked.
3 times more likely.
3 times I asked you that question. That's why you were kicked off the stream. That's why I said goodnight to you. Because your answer was an answer that won't be accepted because it's not factual and it's not truth. I accept your personal feeling on how you feel about the police and how you feel when you were pulled over. Brother, I agree and I'm right with you. I agree and I'm right with you. Police do need some retraining. They need some new de-escalation tactics. There are white men that have died from police brutality just as well as black men. What we are just saying is that black men are 3 times more likely to be murdered. That's all I'm saying. And this wasn't even a conversation about it. But we're going to end this night with playing Mr. Blake's father. And Trey, I'm going to let you know something. You're the first person that's ever been able to talk to Danger and have him pull up a video without my consent.
My bad. I apologize.
No,
I think
you good.
I think this
I like
clip might be a little bit too deep in Danger. It's the one kind of previous before this where he were kind of talking about. Yeah, it's the same clip, but I think it's just a little bit before. He was just talking about the first time he got to talk to his son after what happened, and everything.
Well, keep talking. Let me check it.
And let me say this too, Trey. I want you back because I like your vibe.
Anytime, and I don't know why, because I don't even do stuff like this, bro.
Yeah.
But I was intrigued because I've been wanting to have a conversation with someone that thinks that way for so long, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Charles. It was better for me to have the conversation over this than face to face, because if it would have been over face to face, I would have been overcome with several feelings, and I can't tell you how that would have ended. You know, you have the ability to click a button and get them off of there doing it online, but face to face, you don't have that ability, bro. I'm just being honest with you. Like, you don't, you know.
Alena, I love you too, honey. Listen, y'all don't know my background. A lot of y'all don't know how I was raised, okay? But when I was raised, I was 6 years old. Me and my father have a really great relationship now, and I never want to take any smoke off of him. But my dad, who raised me since I was 6 years old, raised me, and he raised me to treat all people equally.
Mm-hmm.
And he raised me to love all brothers. Now, my dad is a white man, Italian stallion. He raised me and my brothers as his own. He never had a question or concern of anything. But, Trey, we're going to keep you after the show. Go on and play that video, Danger. And then I'll do it.
Was that because I had 2. I had this one right here.
Trey, are you still there, sir?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So not that one, Danger.
Oh, you gonna send Danger to? You gonna send me to? If you send the link in the private chat,
I'm getting the link right now.
Thank you.
See, you gotta give links with control. He said from CNN.
Right now.
Yeah, that's the first one I loaded, but it wasn't in the right spot or something.
And I'm grabbing that. Just give me 1 second here.
This is really ridiculous. Like, I'm not gonna deal. I need him to die. Praise you for some spray.
What are you talking about?
Yo, I don't know if y'all lived in Saginaw lately, but it's a serious issue with flies in Saginaw right now. Like, yo, like I've been fighting this one for the last hour. I didn't even sprayed. Hey, Hot Shot, give me some stuff. Give me a sponsorship.
Shout out to Hot Shot.
Shout out to Hot Shot who keeping y'all live stream free of bugs. Hey, Hot Shot.
Was that play on words? Bug free?
Yeah. Bug
That's
free. Bug free. Facts. Okay. Trey.
Yep, still here. My bad.
He's
fellas.
looking.
I found the
Trey,
clip.
you got about 2 more minutes, brother. My stomach is calling.
I got the clip.
He got the clips and it's a danger. Are you on a computer or a cell phone?
I'm on a cell phone. That was interesting.
Facebook.
Doing it on a cell phone.
I went to
Facebook
school
to
with this dude.
whatever.
I can't believe it. It's crazy.
Well,
Did you get it?
I don't know where you sent it, but I don't see it.
He sent it in the private chat. I'll Facebook it to you.
Oh, I got it. Okay, no, it's good. I can see it. I can get it from there. That's fine.
This clip really touched me, guys. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It really did, man.
This is the one I had, I thought.
And I'm grateful that I hate that this happened to Mr. Blake, but I'm grateful that he survived this.
I am grateful that he survived because
not only for his sake, but for his kids' sake. It's just
for the city's sake.
Man, exactly.
Sometimes it's worse. Yeah. All right. So this is Jacob Blake's father right now. And this is courtesy of CNN News on Black News Tonight. Go ahead and give him that full screen.
When I got to his side, he grabbed my hands and began to weep. And he told me he thought he was hallucinating. And then he said, "I love you, Daddy. Daddy, I love you."
Yeah, it must be so hard to see him in this condition.
Yes. Then his next question was, why did they shoot me so many times? And I said, baby, they weren't supposed to shoot you at all.
I mean, of course, you don't have an answer to that. And none of us have been given an answer to that. And I mean,
but we spread a lot of love in there. And he knows where I live. And he just said, I didn't think you were going to be able to come. And I just reassured him I'm not leaving.
and he didn't think you would be able to come because you live in a different state.
Yeah. And there's so many things that bothered me, but when I walked into that room, you know, he's paralyzed from the waist down. Why do they have that cold steel on my son's ankle? He can't get up. He couldn't get up if he wanted to.
Yo.
So what was, that's a little overkill.
It's a lot.
That just makes no sense to me. His main concern when we were talking was his sons. He was, in his mind's eye, he just wanted to get his sons out of harm's way. But before he could get them out of the car, he said he was just counting shots. He said he was counting them. And I guess he lost consciousness around number 4 or 5. The oldest in the car was 8, and the youngest in the car was 3.
And have you talked to them?
Oh, they're with me every day.
What do they say? How are they coping with this morning?
The oldest, every day his question is, Daddy, why did the police, they call me Papa. And all my grandkids call me Papa or Pop Pop. So he said, Papa, why did they shoot my daddy in the back? Where's Daddy? They want their father because he was a part of their life every day. He's a person. He's a human. He's a human being. He's not an animal. He's a human. But my son has not been afforded the rights of a human. He's not been treated like a human. He's a father. He's not a deadbeat dad. He's a father that's with his children every day.
That shouldn't even matter. They shouldn't have to say they're validating.
Wow. Trey, thank you.
I told you, man. That did something to me, boss. It did.
Man, let me tell you something. That hearing this man
Shackled
talk
to
about
the
his
bed.
son shackled to the bed, paralyzed.
After being shot 7 times.
After
in
being
the
shot
back.
7 times, you still think he gonna resist?
You think it was the same officers that shot him that handcuffed him to the bed?
Hell yeah. They sitting there making sure the job is done.
That was definitely a order. Definitely.
Yeah, that's
And they
that's how
said
they.
an hour after that interview aired, they came in there and took unhandcuffed him from that bed.
Clearly, we need to try to reach out to his dad, and see what we can do to help. Do he have? You could look at the difference. Danger, if you do me a favor and look up a GoFundMe for Jacob Blake, so we can share the link, and look up a GoFundMe for Kyle, so I can talk about the difference in the money that has been donated.
It's wild.
Amanda Amanda talks about that a lot, but man, this man said one of the things that stuck out to me. He says, "My son is a human, and he need to be treated as such. He's not being treated like that." I'm just paraphrasing, but my God, can you imagine somebody telling you they counting shots and all he was trying to do was get to his children? Let me ask you a question.
Lost count at 4. Good.
Police don't feel responsible for civilian lives when they're shooting 7 times? Like, what happened after the first shot that y'all didn't realize, y'all can stop?
Kyle's GoFundMe got removed.
Ooh.
Check it out here. Give me a second.
Oh, they must have returned all the money back to the people. GoFundMe ain't having it.
Look at it. It's gone.
Campaign not found. Well, Kyle's is gone. So if you got a screenshot, anybody get it to me, because he had like $97,000 donated to him.
Wow.
Criminal. A murderer. A Marxist.
It says his GoFundMe reached 1.4 million in 2 days.
Whose?
Blake.
Kyle's?
No, Blake. No,
Okay.
I'm looking for Blake because we already got Kyle.
Okay.
I hope Kyle's did reach nothing.
Thank you. Amanda, you're right. They better have to fund the mental health fees for each of the kids that witnessed that.
For real.
And that's what I was telling y'all, y'all couldn't see the kids was in the car when y'all shot his daddy in front of him? Or does that matter? Because you know what we talk about when we talk about dog whistle politics in 1993, 1994, we watch as, the police officer came in and ripped so matriarch his mother, but what is the other one? They ripped all of the male leadership out of the households, right? After the Reconstruction, after everything was going on, they black men make up 45% of the prison population. But we only make up 5% of the American population. So if y'all don't think there's a problem, you let me know. But right here, if you want to support justice for Jacob Blake, please go to the GoFundMe and donate if you would like to. At this point, it's at $2 million. This is his family, his children. His dad said he is not a deadbeat dad. He is with his kids every day.
Bless his heart.
So,
four boys and a girl.
Listen, guys, I'm going to end this show a little bit differently tonight. And then I'm going to take these guys off. But, Trey, please stick around. We want to talk to you after the show.
Gotcha.
I'm going to solo view this one. Hey, guys, usually I would do an address to all of you. This is a 3-hour and 11-minute show. This was right now I can already tell you this, to err on the side of caution, is probably one of our most successful Black News Tonight shows. How I want to end this is a little bit differently. Silence is definitely violence. When you are silent about something that you know within your heart that's wrong, and I'm not talking about your mind adjustment to the heart issue. I'm talking about when it hits your heart to the core. You know it's wrong. You got to say something. You got to speak louder. Because we want a greater America. We want to make America finally great. Because it's never been great for all Americans. So whether it's Joe Biden, whether it's Donald Trump, hopefully it's Joe Biden, the point of the matter is my pain matters. My life matters. And if you didn't realize that that man's kids was with him, and if somebody takes your child and shoots him in the back 7 times, I'm pretty sure you would burn down whatever you had to do to get at that person. But it's not a point of burning buildings. It's a point of dehumanizing a complete race. It's the point that when we speak about Donald Trump, it's the point that Puerto Rico still doesn't have full electricity. None of the citizens that were eligible for a stimulus package for coronavirus have received one. It's not about anything else. It's not about Democrat. It's not about Republican. It's about the heart. What's in your heart? Please, what's in your heart? Because at the end of the day, my son matters. Your son matters. And if you don't even reconsider that there's a problem and there's a flaw in the system, you, my friend, are a part of the problem. Thank you for watching Black News Tonight. We will be on a 3-week hiatus from our Friday episode. We will be coming back with something really important. My daughter matters. My son matters. My mother matters. All Americans matter. And save our children. We will be back after 3 weeks of hiatus. You will still see our spot coverage. You will still see us pop up for current events and current news events. But our night show will be back in 3 weeks with new content, new platform. I'm so excited about it. And listen, guys, let's have open dialogue. Helton Thane, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. I want to have you back. I definitely do. I'm not mad at you. I'm not at all. I am so thankful that you were even willing to come on. I only erred on the side of caution for some things because, brother, there's some things that you have to do the research on. And I'm not asking you to agree with my story. I understand that you have the same fear of police that I do, but I'm trying to bridge the gap. And bridging the gap is getting all points of view. We have to stop disenfranchising people. We have to stop separating people by race. Now, you can't do that until you've solved the problem and gave everyone equity. Thank you so much for watching Black News Tonight.